The courtroom was unusually crowded that morning. Reporters, paparazzi, and curious onlookers filled every seat. The reason? A legal showdown that had all the ingredients of a television spectacle. Kim Kardashian, one of the most recognizable celebrities in the world, and Judge Judy Ruling, the legendary courtroom icon known for her razor-sharp tongue and no-nonsense attitude. Kim arrived first. Flashbulbs popped as she strutted through the courthouse hallway in a designer dress worth more than most people's annual salary. Her long coat swung dramatically as her entourage trailed behind, carrying files, water bottles, and, of course, a ring light for emergency photos. Kim glanced around, clearly amused. "Wow," she whispered to her assistant. "This place looks so basic. It's giving thrift store chic." The assistant chuckled nervously. Kim loved fashion, and loved mocking others even more when she thought their outfits didn't measure up. Then the atmosphere shifted. The doors opened again, and in walked Judge Judy. The murmurs of the crowd hushed immediately. Unlike Kim's runway-ready presence, Judge Judy appeared in her usual black robe, her glasses perched on her nose, and her hair pulled back with her signature neat style. To Kim, the robe looked plain, almost boring. She leaned closer to her assistant again, unable to resist. "Seriously?" Kim muttered, her lips curling into a smirk. "That's the outfit? Someone get her a stylist. She looks like she walked out of a Halloween store." The assistant tried to stifle a laugh, but the microphones caught it. A few reporters in the back raised their eyebrows. This wasn't just whispering anymore. Kim Kardashian was openly mocking Judge Judy's outfit inside a courtroom. Kim continued, her voice dripping with sarcasm. "Like, how are you supposed to judge anyone's fashion crimes when you're wearing that? Honestly, if she was at the Met Gala, she'd get roasted harder than Jared Leto's cat costume." The spectators chuckled. Kim smiled, thinking she had scored points with the crowd. She tossed her hair and sat back confidently, her phone ready in case she wanted to sneak a selfie. But Judge Judy had heard everything. She didn't flinch, didn't even blink. Instead, she adjusted her robe calmly, took her seat at the bench, and prepared her notes. The stage was set, Kim Kardashian versus Judge Judy. And Kim had no idea what was about to hit her. The court proceedings began, but Kim couldn't resist throwing in little smirks and side comments every time she glanced at Judge Judy. When Judy lifted her glasses to read documents, Kim whispered loudly, "Those glasses are giving Grandma who lost her way at Costco." Some audience members laughed nervously, while others looked shocked. It wasn't just disrespectful, it was reckless. Judge Judy finally raised her eyes and fixed Kim with her legendary glare. The courtroom fell silent. Everyone knew what that look meant. Someone was about to be torn apart. "Miss Kardashian," Judy said coolly, "do you find something amusing about these proceedings?" Kim, feeling emboldened by the attention, leaned back in her chair. I'm just saying. If we're going to talk about professionalism, maybe we should start with the outfit." Gasps echoed through the courtroom. Even the bailiff coughed in disbelief. Kim had just mocked a judge, not in a tabloid interview, not in a private conversation, but to Judge Judy's face, inside her courtroom. For a split second, Judy remained still. Then she leaned forward, her eyes narrowing like a hawk spotting prey. "Miss Kardashian," she said, her voice sharp enough to slice through marble, "I've been wearing this robe longer than you've been in the spotlight. It's not meant to be fashionable. It represents the authority of this court, something you clearly do not respect." Kim rolled her eyes, as if she were listening to a lecture from her mother. "Relax," she muttered. "It's just a joke. Don't be so sensitive." That was the wrong move. Judge Judy snapped her folder shut, the sound echoing like a gavel strike. "Joke?" Judy repeated. "You think disrespecting this court is a joke? You think mocking a judge is funny? Let me explain something to you, Miss Kardashian. This courtroom is not a reality show. This is not about followers, hashtags, or who's trending on TikTok. This is about law, order, and consequences." Kim's confident smirk faltered slightly. But she still wasn't ready to back down. "Well," she said with forced laughter, "consequences are, so 2016. We've all moved on." Judge Judy raised one eyebrow, unimpressed. "Moved on? Then let's move on to the consequences of your behavior today." And just like that, the tables began to turn. Judge Judy wasted no time. "Bailiff," she commanded, "record in today's transcript that the defendant has openly mocked this court and disrespected judicial authority." Kim's jaw dropped. "Wait, what? You're actually writing that down?" "Yes," Judy replied firmly. "And it will be part of the official record." The room buzzed with excitement. The paparazzi's cameras clicked like machine guns. Reporters scribbled notes furiously. This wasn't just a hearing anymore, it was a spectacle, and Kim Kardashian was losing control of the narrative. Kim tried to recover. "Look, I didn't mean anything. It's just, fashion is my world, okay? I can't help but notice when someone's outfit could use a little work." Judge Judy leaned back, her expression unreadable. "Fashion may be your world," she said, "but in here, respect is mine. You're not on a runway, Ms. Kardashian. You're in a courtroom. And if you can't understand the difference, you're going to learn it the hard way." Kim swallowed nervously. The laughter in her voice was gone. For the first time, she looked around and noticed that the spectators weren't laughing anymore. They weren't cheering for her witty comebacks. They were watching, wide-eyed, as Judge Judy dismantled her. Judy wasn't finished. "Do you know what this robe represents?" she asked, holding up the black fabric with one hand. "It represents justice. It represents years of education, discipline, and experience. It represents the fact that when you stand in this room, you are accountable, whether you're a celebrity or a civilian. And let me make this perfectly clear, no amount of fame, followers, or family drama exempts you from that accountability." Kim's face flushed red. Her carefully crafted image of confidence and control was crumbling. She bit her lip, trying to hold back the sting of humiliation. And then Judy delivered the final blow. "You came in here mocking my robe. But in less than a minute, you've proven that the robe has more dignity than your attitude. You may have millions of fans, Ms. Kardashian, but in this courtroom, you are not above the law." The words hit Kim like a thunderclap. Her eyes welled up. She tried to blink away the tears, but it was too late. The cameras caught everything. Kim Kardashian, the woman known for her composure, her perfectly curated Instagram moments, her unshakable confidence, was crying in court. The courtroom remained silent as Kim dabbed her eyes with a tissue. Her assistants shifted uncomfortably in their seats, unsure if they should comfort her or stay invisible. Judge Judy, however, didn't soften. She had made her point, and she wasn't about to let it slide. "Let this be a lesson," she said firmly, addressing not only Kim but everyone in the room. "Respect is not optional in this courtroom. Fame does not buy immunity. And arrogance has consequences." The gavel came down with a sharp crack. Court was adjourned. Kim stood slowly, her head lowered. Gone was the playful smirk, the sarcastic tone, the air of superiority. In its place was something far more human, embarrassment. As she walked out, the paparazzi shouted questions. "Kim, are you okay? Do you regret mocking Judge Judy? Was the outfit worth it?" Kim ignored them, her sunglasses hiding her puffy eyes. But the headlines were already writing themselves. Kim Kardashian mocks Judge Judy's outfit, ends up in tears. Judge Judy humiliates Kim in courtroom showdown. From fashion to failure, Kim's worst courtroom moment. That evening, clips from the hearing went viral. Twitter exploded with memes. TikTok users recreated the scene with dramatic reenactments. Hashtags like hashtag Judge Judy slaps and hashtag Kim cries in court trended worldwide. Even celebrities weighed in. Some defended Kim, saying she was just joking. Others applauded Judge Judy for standing her ground. But one thing was clear, in less than a minute, Kim had gone from mocking to weeping, from confident to humbled. And deep down, even Kim knew the truth. It wasn't just about an outfit. It was about respect. She had walked into that courtroom thinking her fame made her untouchable. But Judge Judy reminded her, and the entire world, that no one is above the law. Kim never forgot that day. And neither did anyone else.